Hey guys, what's up? My name is Art. Welcome back to a different video. Okay, this is a different comic book haul today. Sorry. I took a small nap. Took a small nap and I'm kind of like hazy and asleep and awake at the same time. Now what happened was I was watching another YouTuber called Slotted Up 503. And what happened was he was doing a mystery box from Supermo Retro, the comic book mystery box. And when he mentioned that, I was like, Supermo Retro? That sounds familiar. Why did that sound familiar to me? I said, no, there's a YouTuber named Supermo Retro, but he does comic book boxes. Really? He does? So I was kind of curious, because Supermo Retro, his channel is pretty cool. I like his channel. I like the way how he does it and everything. So laid back, very laid back. Whereas like someone like me, sometimes I'm kind of calm and sometimes I'm kind of manic. He was just super cool and chill the whole time. So I was like, okay, fine. So then after that, I sent him a message and said, I said, man, oh man, that sounds like a good mystery. He said, yeah, hit him up. And I said, wait, is this the same? He said, hit him up. I'm like, hit him up for his mystery box. It's on his, it's on his eBay. So I said, okay. So naturally, I was curious. Went to his channel. Went to one of his videos. Watched his videos again. Then I was like, It dawned on me that people put links in there. It dawned on me that people put links. I went to his eBay store. Ordered one of his mystery boxes. And supposedly a lot of his mystery boxes from Golden Age to modern, so you can get a whole variety of stuff. And so I decided, what the hell, let me get one for myself. Way to help out the channel, help out my channel by having something to do, having a video. Help him out by him providing entertainment, and he's helping the business. He's helping the what they call the community. So what happened was I finally got it. Haven't finished ripping it open yet, because I was about to rip it open and I said, wait, well, let me start filming it. So I want to film this, so it can't be. Hopefully you guys are doing pretty well. Even though I know these are very, very weird times. But luckily, due to the use of YouTube, we have gotten a lot of information and everything else. So I finally got it open. See, I can't see what it is. So what I'm doing is I'm filling this inside, so that way, because this looks like a back here, it's like the front. So that means I don't see what it is. So let's check it out. All right. This is the first comic. I'm kind of excited. So let's see what we got. Golden Age of the Wazoo. You know what the funny thing is? The weird thing about this is that I've seen this cover before. I've seen it before. And I was like, man, that's kind of strange. But I could have bought this book 10 years ago. Saw this 10 years ago. And I could have bought this. Man. Oh wow, that was pretty cool. Imagine me pulling a book that I could have bought. I remember seeing this at the store. I could have bought it. So I thought it would look kind of cool. Imagine that. All right. Ooh, All-Star Squadron. Nice. Nice. Is that Sandman, Hawkman, and Atom Smasher, I believe. I think this is Sandman. Or the Midnighter, one of those two. Can't remember. So that's pretty cool. That was pretty cool. Can't wait to see that. Let me see what this is. You know what's funny? Out of a lot of mystery boxes, I'm kind of excited. I'm really excited for this because I'm trying to keep my cool. I'm really excited because, I watch his videos and I comment on his videos. Majority of a lot of people whose videos I see, I do make a comment. I mean, a lot of times I don't want to throw long, big. I don't want to put out a dissertation or declaration or something like that. Sometimes I just put down really cool books, because they're really cool or really cool finds, really awesome books, really interesting. Because I do find them interesting. I mean, because I don't want to be, I don't want to bog people down with all whatever I could say. But hey, but I'm kind of, because I remember him commenting on some of my videos, and I was like, okay, cool. Indiana Jones. Oh, I remember this. Well, I don't remember this particular book, but I remember this comic book series when the Indiana Jones craze was hot back in the day. Comic book companies, whenever there's like a hot TV show or a hot movie, the comic book would try to get that license to try to make some more money to try to pull people in. Back then, Star Wars, Lucasfilms, and then Lucasfilms was all through through Marvel. But that was kind of cool. New Mutant 65. Oh, this is Brotherhood of Mutant Mutants, because I see Mystique here. Some of these other guys, I can try to remember what they were from, but I remember Spyro, of course. I was a big New Mutants back in the day. I was a very big New Mutants fan, and every time I saw one of the books, I tried to snatch it up because they were teenagers, and I was a teenager at that time. So that brings back some memories. Even though I never read that particular one, but that does bring back some memories. Really cool. Oh, I had pizza for dinner tonight. I woke up really early, and I've been up all day, and for some reason, I decided not to eat. And then all of a sudden, about 9 o'clock, I was like, oh my God, I'm kind of starving. Let me go get something. I want to get something quick. I didn't want to cook anything, so I got some pizza, and along with pizza comes heartburn. Okay, Detective Comics 1011. Okay, cool. I remember about like a year ago, I got Detective Comics 1000 just to see what it was, just to see what it's like, and I got a little bit after that, but I'd stopped collecting it, and I don't have this one. I wanted it, but I never bought it. Thanks, this is awesome. At least I don't think I have it, but if I do, that's fine. See, there's a big X on the back of here, so I'm trying. See, when I pull this out, I see a big X. There's a big X here, so I'm like, what is this? Gen Lock. See, there's an X. I was like, what is that? Okay, maybe some big significance. Well, I can tell you one thing right here. I can tell this is like 2000 something. So looks interesting. This one feels kind of thick-ish. So for some reason, the thickness of this book feels like it's like a later, like more recent. Yes, it is. Tony Stark Iron Man number 10. Now it's kind of cool because like we started off with the Justice League, which is like either golden or silver. No, not golden. Copper. I think copper. copper maybe. I don't know. I don't really know. I just call it old school or modern. Okay. But that's kind of cool. Actually, this is a pretty neat cover. Well, I know this is not the new Iron Man. I know this is not the new Iron Man series because that's like number 4 or 5 by now. So that has to be something else. But that's cool. Number 11. These are some sick covers. Oh, Don Slott. Oh, Don Slott is one of those very somewhat decent writers that Marvel has, and he usually does some really good stuff. So I'm kind of interested in that. Wolverine Infinity Watch. Okay. Okay, this is interesting. I'll say this is interesting because okay, you got Wolverine and Infinity Watch, so I have no clue what this is all about. But then again, there was a period where I stopped collecting comic books. There was a period. There was about a 10-year period where I stopped collecting comic books on a regular basis. That means I wasn't going to the store I wasn't going to the LCS every week. I was just hitting up comic book stores, every couple months of buying graphic novels. And that was it. And then maybe during one of the shows I pick up individual comics, but other than that, I just started. I mean, last year I started doing the local comic books just like weekly basis again. I call it hardcore. So this is one I obviously missed. It's kind of interesting, but it's kind of interesting. I mean, like for example, yeah, because at the time when I was collecting, this is when I had just bought my Jimmy, and it was like 10, because I had that thing for like 15 years, so that's like 10 something years ago. I was going through that, had a whole bunch of trouble, and I had a slight going to the bar habit. Just leave it at that. You can't really buy comic books and go to the bar and spend $100 a week at the bar. You couldn't really do much, and to me the bar was more important than the comic books, so I stopped comic books. Long dark period in the past. Long, dead, gone. And for years I've been trying to jump back into the comic book scene like how I'm doing now. And thanks to some of these videos and some, like people like Slotted Up 503, I just found them recently. Superman Retro just found them out recently. One of the biggest, I saw Comic Toms, Reggie Collects, like 2 or 3 years ago. That's what got me back into collecting comics again. So for that, it's thanks for cursing me for doing something I wanted to go. Thank you for cursing me to spark that interest in doing this again, but also thank you for also the joy of keeping things like keeping collecting like this alive. Because you listen to a lot of not controversial, conservative comic book creators, and they say the comic book industry's dead. Comic book industry's dead because they keep focusing on SJW writers. And I look up, it's like, it doesn't matter. If the story is good, this book is going to sell. Or they try to push characters like Captain Marvel down our throats. They try to push Black Panther, try to be diversified. And I look up and it's like, you know what, guys, you guys are looking way too. If you're comic book fans, read it for the love of it. Don't try to tear down stuff that you like. Woo. Event Leviathan. I heard of this. I'm sorry. I got on a rant. And that rant was just building up for weeks and months because, throughout the route, there's lots of people, like, there's a lot of other channels here And I'm pretty sure you guys saw. I'm pretty sure you guys saw them. And they talk about how the comic book industry is dead because of the SJW phase. And the thing is, comic books always mirrored the times. They seem to forget. Entertainment mirrored the times. They mirrored the times that they lived in. I mean, think about this. Imagine a movie like Gone with the Wind, which I saw like once or twice in my lifetime. It's considered racist now because of today's standards. But then again, that's how people lived back then. Part of the times, And for the last book, this is a pretty good haul right here. This is very good haul. There's some books in here I never would have thought about thinking. There's some books I would never thought about looking at. Teen Titans. Yeah. Never been a big fan of Teen Titans. And having a TV show also burned me out on the possibility of trying to like Teen Titans. But I loved Young Justice. I always loved Young Justice over Teen Titans. But overall, this comic book mystery box was pretty affordable. Good mixture of old and new, which is awesome. Which this is kind of what I wanted, and based on Superman Retro style, that's what the kind of stuff he gets. Some old, some new, and that's kind of cool. And there's some books that like I said, I wanted to buy this book when I was 10 years ago. I said, oh, I remember this book when I was a kid, but I never bought it. Indiana Jones, which I collected like the first 5 issues, and always collected the movie adaptations, New Mutants, which I was a big fan of. Then you got some new stuff like this. It's pretty cool. And sorry about the rant, but it kind of burnt. See, the thing is that I'm just getting back into the comic book scene again, and the problem is that when you try to tear something down, it's just like Star Wars. Now, of course, a lot of you saw the new trilogy, and I'm pretty sure you have mixed feelings of it. That it wasn't Star Wars, like it wasn't this, it wasn't that. In my opinion, number one, without George Lucas, there is no Star Wars. Disney owns it. If George Lucas says, do this, Disney should be like, yes, George, you know your product more than everybody else. We'll do it we have to do it our way, but we'll take your stuff into this. Don't just cut the man out. And of course, he couldn't say this. He couldn't say this was crap. He couldn't say it. Now there's rumors swirling that there's this new trilogy coming out that's going to erase the whole Rey Skywalker bit. And the funny thing is, it's too little, too late. Now, did I like the new trilogy? I thought it was decent. It didn't wow me. It didn't spark like joys of nostalgia. It's just like, oh, this is Star Wars. Okay, this is what Star Wars would be like if George Lucas had no involvement of it, and that's what it was like. And the funny thing is, and these are the same people who complain about this, complain that he destroyed his own series. He created it. For example, these comic book creators, some of them, they do have their own agendas. They do bring things into their own lives. They do bring things like Michael Bendis. Brian Michael Bendis is a great writer. Helped create Miles Morales. A lot of people say, oh, I don't like Miles Morales. But the thing is, you got to think about it. He helped create Miles Morales because he had 2 daughters who was African American. He wants them to look up to somebody, because that's what these days people look up to somebody. Before, when I was growing up, I looked up to Peter Parker. Why? Because he was like a teenager. He was the guy who never got the girls. He was the nerd, the wallflower, and that's what I was. So I identified with him. For some reason, he got girlfriends, but I never did. But hey, can't be too accurate. But the thing is that when I was younger, Luke Cage was like the man. And I'm like, oh, Luke Cage is awesome. And then it's just like, why is he acting? Why is this guy acting like the movies I watch? Because back then in the '70s, when I was growing up, we had that black. It was the end of that black exploitation era, and this was a black exploitation character. And I was like, yeah, it's kind of hokey. Yeah. But anyway, you shouldn't really. I mean, if you don't really like the industry, then don't be a part of it. You know, there's a YouTuber who complains about this and this. I said, well, then if that's the case, then don't read the books. Don't read the books. Like the big craze about the new Warriors that's coming out. I'm like, yeah, they're kind of lame and dumb. Don't talk about it. Just let it flame out on its own. Oh well. That's enough ranting. But I do want to say thank you to Supermo Retro for this comic book box. I bought it. I love it. I definitely will get another one soon. Probably sometime after New Year. I definitely will buy another one if it's still available. Good channel, good selection of books, and a very decent price. So I'm happy with this. I'm very, very, very happy. And with that being said, thank you for the Slide It Up 503 for doing the Supermo Retro comic book box. Thank you for Supermo Retro for making a comic book mystery box that I can actually enjoy. Thank you very much. I totally enjoyed unboxing this and putting it out there for the whole YouTube world. So, if you're into comic books, look at Slide It Up 503. He's doing mystery boxes left and right. Watch Supermo Retro. He does one every so often. I think once or twice a week. It's kind of hard to keep up with everybody. I was like, I had to probably have to write down a list. Make sure you watch this person. And I'm subscribed to them, of course, but whew, I get overloaded sometimes. But anyway, thanks a lot. Thanks for watching. If you like this button, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, give me a thumbs down. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel. And I'll be back for some more wacky zaniness. Okay? With that, peace out.